There was a time when taking it slow was the way business was taken. Big business moves were printed in brochures, displayed on banners, and alphabetized in the yellow pages. Then, things changed. 8 new people started coming onto the internet every second of every minute of every day. 3 million searches worldwide began happening online every minute. 93% of everyone online hopped onto Facebook. And 4 billion of the 6.8 billion people on the planet started using a mobile phone. 3.5 billion of them used a toothbrush. Broadcasts became websites, letters became email, the newscasts became tweets. Phone calls turned into texts, and yellow pages into Google. And all the while, 2/3 of U.S. citizens put themselves on the FTC's Do Not Call list. 86% of people started skipping TV ads. 44% of direct mail was never opened, and the world of business was changed forever. So now what? What do you do now? How does a small business compete with big business budgets and an army of techies? It's simple. There's a new day in digital. Introducing M-Marketing Systems, the first ever fully integrated and bundled online marketing system powered by 34 technologies and distributed exclusively by Momentis independent representatives. Now you will be able to share with every small business owner in North America an all-inclusive, fully functional, and attractive set of online marketing services. Nowhere else will you find an online marketing system so complete, affordable, and simple to use. In fact, this concept was so compelling and benefited one of our clients so much, he decided to buy into the company that was backing up the technology. Please welcome legendary NFL player, Olympian, and Executive Director of 34 Technologies, Herschel Walker.
Hello everyone, I'm here for one reason. This is a product that has the power to make a tangible difference in the business community. This system will make you proud of your web presence. It will move you up in search engine placement. It will simplify and synergize social media connections. And it will quicken the buying response from all those mobile-minded folks out there. You now can bring big results to small businesses. And the best part is painless. And I know about pain. And it has proven to be profitable. That makes sense to me. I like things that work. This works.
For only $99 a month with no setup fees, contracts, or add-ons, small business owners get a fully functional website, search engine optimization, social media networking, and mobile messaging, all integrated and bundled for one fee. No more searching through separate vendors for websites, mobile solutions, emailing, and customer support. And since you're a small business owner too, this online marketing system will turn the power up on your business just as it will for the people you share it with. While you're lending a relevant and powerful hand to small business owners, you'll get paid month after month after month. They grow, you grow. Momentis has always been about thinking beyond today, bringing value to customers with essential services for the home, and value to business owners with essentials for business. Now, you have one more way to leverage that power and bring essential service for business to a whole new level.
Okay, so I want you guys to think just for a moment. If you've ever recruited somebody that's a small business owner, you will quickly understand that they know what it's like to be in business, what traditional business is like, and how painful that can be. Now we have options for them. So I want you just a minute, I'm going to bring up some people to explain this where you'll get very excited about it, but I want you to think about the bundling aspect of this. That we're going to take this, put it with a commodity for small business where we can, and then we'll have it tied both ways. We will be using this as a way to get in the door in order to have more things inside of that small business. This is a chance. This is something we're going to use, a tool we're going to use that when every small business has this, when you guys are out talking about it, it makes them like a big business online. It allows them, this marketing system is truly powerful and incredible, but for you, it's gonna let you recruit more people, people that understand business, understand what it takes to build a business, understand the pain of business, and certainly are looking for other options. So we're gonna bring up somebody that's gonna do a much better job explaining the details, because we want you to be aware of how it works. And remember, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna have Herschel come up, he's gonna speak to you, and then we'll get going to lunch. But I get the honor of announcing this next gentleman, who has truly become one of my good friends, and especially a great confidant, somebody that I go to talk a lot about Momentis and where we're heading as a company. He has been a representative just like us, just like everybody in this room. He has been an executive of a company, started his own company, knows the industry inside and out, has been very successful throughout. And he certainly knows how to deliver this message right now. He's going to be out there helping you build across the country and soon across the world with this service as we go around. So help me to welcome the president of M Marketing Systems, Mr. Damon Mintz.
Well, good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Wait a minute. Let me ask that one more time. How's everybody doing? I mean, look, was that the greatest way you could have ever hoped or prayed to start your morning? How many of you would love to start your day every day listening to that kind of information to get you ready? How many of you would like that? And how many of you know that Mike Adams felt really uncomfortable out there? How many of you saw that too? That was great. I've had a chance to know Andy for a lot of years. We grew up together in this industry. I met him in a former company many years ago. And then since then, we went in other directions, and I had my own company, and we were kind of out there. But I will tell you this, that you absolutely have a president and a CEO who has you in mind with every single thing he does. As we have put this product together, we have had meeting after meeting after meeting putting this together for this weekend. And I will tell you that I can't think of one meeting as we mapped out how to put this out and how to launch this and what it would look like. I can't think of one meeting that it didn't come up of, well, what does that mean for our field? How will they benefit from it? What will it do for their business? And you just need to know from an outsider now on the inside that you could not have better people leading this company for you. You're very fortunate in that manner. I mean, let me ask you a question. How many of you just kind of feel in your gut that you are just in the right place? You just got that feeling in your gut. How many of you have hunger pains in your gut? That's not the feeling I'm talking about. You just know that you know that you know. And this is just one more piece of the pie to help all of you achieve your dreams and goals. These are vehicles, folks. Momentis is an opportunity. These are the vehicles to help you get there. And so we're going to go through a lot of information here, and I'm going to get started right now so we can jump into it. First of all, what is M Marketing Systems? Very simply, folks, M Marketing Systems is the combination of the Momentis world-class direct sales force. Who's a world-class out there? Let me see if you're world-class. All right, we'll work on that one. You are. You have no idea the mark you've made in this industry in a short period of time. I've been hearing it on the other side now for a couple years. You are world-class. Combining that with the 34 technologies, proprietary technology, this online marketing system, marrying those two entities together that is literally going to create an earthquake in the small business world. You put a world-class sales force together and you deliver a world-class product and you teach and train those people to do something with it. I'm telling you folks, we will change how small business gets along in this country and worldwide forever. Because we've got the two most important things we need, the great product and more importantly, all of you. And lastly, one of the things that has made this very fun for me is two companies with a shared vision about making a tangible difference in people's lives. I mean, how many of you know that just doesn't get any better than to sit around a table with a group of people and their number one motivation, the thing that gets them most excited is when they talk about people's lives advancing. People turning the corner, having breakthroughs, becoming something they wanted to be, they needed a vehicle. That's just a great place to be. And we have two companies here, you're going to hear from Herschel in a little bit, that share that same vision of making a difference in people's lives. So what's our mission here? What are we going to do? Number one, we're going to serve the local business community. How many of you have been following the political environment that's out there today? Anyone been checking out some of that? What is everyone talking about? Who needs a resurgence in the world today? Small business. Folks, it was small business that laid the initial groundwork that created an economy. Small businesses are what this country, Canada, and Europe, it's what they were all about. But here's what's happened. Over the last 10 years, technology has come about. How many of you noticed some technology out there? I'm looking at you taking pictures of me with tablets. There's some technology, right? And the small business community has fallen behind because they don't have the resources to compete with larger companies in technology. So we're going to get out there and we're going to serve the very foundation that has made the world what it is today by bringing them a solution. Secondly, we're going to help Momentis representatives achieve their goals. How many of you here are here this weekend because you've made a decision to achieve your goals? Let me see your hand. Right, you're ready to get in the game of your life. Stop being a spectator. You're in the game, and our job here as part of this product is to help you continue to do that by adding another great product to the mix so you can build that life-changing residual income. You know, when I first joined this industry, you know what was the best feeling? When I finally realized, before I'd made money, I finally realized I was already in the elite. How many of you have realized you're in the elite? Because you have residual income. That has already placed you outside of the masses. Now you just got to go build it. Now you got to put some revenue behind what you have. And we're going to give you another opportunity with the product here. And then lastly, why? Why do we bring this product together? Number one, there's a large target market out there. Raise your hand if you know a small local business owner in your area. Let me just see. Look around, folks. If there's not a hand up, some of you just need to get out. It's the largest business population in the world, small businesses. Number two, timing. How many of you realize timing is pretty important? Let me tell you something I learned when in my 20s that changed my life. If your mission in life is to get a job with a company and work your way up the ladder and one day enter middle or upper management and maybe retire through some type of a pension or something like that, how many of you realize that an education is one of the most important things you will need? Right? You're not going to get hired without those degrees. And by the way, you should get a degree. I tell my kids that. I'm a big proponent. But what is the most important thing for an entrepreneur? Is it education? No, that's important. What's the most important thing? It's timing. Folks, you have got to be on the front end of something to win as an entrepreneur. I mean, imagine if you were selling fax machines today. Could you make a few bucks? Probably. But would you get wealthy with it? No. You've got to be at the right place at the right time to win as an entrepreneur. Well, let me ask you 3 questions. How do you feel about being early in a company that has already eclipsed 200 million on its way to 2 billion and you being on the ground floor of that? How does that feel? How do you feel about being in an energy market that will be the largest redistribution of wealth in the history of mankind and it's still just getting going and you're early there? How do you feel about your timing? Pretty good. And lastly now, you're part of a revolution of the resurgence of the small business community through technology, through marketing systems. The timing, there's basically no real competition today for a bundled, fully integrated product targeted to the small business. It's simple to market, very easy to acquire customers. We'll teach you that. And again, bringing more residual income. So you got to remember the goal. While you make these hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in bonuses and business building and mentoring income, why are you doing all of it? You're doing it so one day you can look back on those efforts and see that residual income that has given you a lifestyle that does not require effort to maintain. That's why you do it. And more opportunity to grow that residual is why you're here in this room, why you've sacrificed your time, and why these folks behind this screen work their butts off every single day to put these things together for you. So this is why we chose to roll this out. Now what we want to do is I want to shift gears and I want to go over some of the product. And to do that, I'm going to introduce a person from 34 Technologies to do that. But I want to give you a little bit of information about her because it's unique. She has a tremendous business background. She's been in marketing and sales all over the world, but the greatest thing that I love about this woman is she has spent the last season of her career as an executive in the direct sales industry. So not only does she know this product, not only is she the president of this company, but she has sat right in your seat and stood right on this stage and helped companies through this very same thing. So she has a heartbeat for what you're feeling right now. So please help me welcome out the president of 34 Technologies, Ms. Sharon Tahaney.
Hello, how are you all? I am so blessed to be in this room with you all. I love being in a room of like-minded people. I can tell right away that we respect people, yes, and you expect results, right? That's perfect as a partnership with 34 Technologies. We have the number 34 in our name to remind us to pursue results for you with the same determination and passion and commitment and perseverance and dedication as the original 34 who wore that on his uniform, Herschel Walker, all of his life. We're bringing that to you. We're results focused, and we promise our dream as a technology company is to provide you another track for your dream to run on. Are you ready for that? Yes. Okay, so let me tell you, why is it important in today's world to provide small businesses this online marketing system, right? The world has changed, wouldn't you agree? I mean, my goodness, just a few years ago, the seller was in charge of the message all the way down to the buying decision, right? They put their brochures, their messages out, the buyer read it and made a decision. Today, totally different. If you take that funnel and look at it down there, influences all around a Facebook post, the Twitter feed, looking on Foursquare and looking at a deal when I'm in the store. Influences all around. It's a zigzag path now to the purchase decision, right? So if you're not in that path, on the path of discovery with the consumer holding the power, you're outside of the scope, right? That's why it's important. Voices are coming from everywhere today. Just a few years ago, we were bombarded for about 500 ads a day. Now it's 5,000 ads a day. And people, they're skipping ads on the TV. Are you doing that as well with the remote? They're telling telemarketers, don't call me anymore, and they're not opening direct mail. So what are they doing? They're searching online. In fact, it's been shown that 84% of all buying decisions are made online before they ever enter into your store or shake your hand. Amazing? Yeah, that's why it's important. So how do you stand out? How does the business person, that small business person, stand out? Well, fortunately, they're going to have you to help them do that. Yeah, they're going to have you exclusively in the entire direct sales industry to provide them a service they've been unable to get before. We approach things differently. Because I can tell you, as a communications technologies company, we're not in it for this, and I know neither are you, right? We're in it for this. The difference we can make for the people we touch. The small business community is waiting for you. They could not get what we have anywhere else. We're not about codes, we're about commerce. We're not about platforms, we're about people. Are you with me on that? Now I can tell you, I feel that we all in this room, we were gathered here, we're blessed to be here because we're all a bit different. We're unique, we're special, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I'm right there with you. I grew up in a direct selling family, and I learned, I was about that age, right there, or there I am, when direct selling was first introduced into my life. And I learned as a child that you can set goals and make them. And that if you want to get ahead in this business, you have to put other people first. And if you laugh a lot, the wrinkles kind of line up in the right places. So those are my lessons in growing up. And as an adult, I've spent my lifetime working with leaders around the world in our industry. And I've learned to appreciate and respect the ripple effect of our business. Wouldn't you agree? So technology should fit the user. The design is dictated by the user. That's what's important, and that's why I'm so thrilled with what we have to offer, what you and I have to offer now, because the business suite of components and features in our system is almost as unique as your genetic code as a small business owner, because they can pick every component they need in their suite of features. If I have someone coming to I think they need Spanish, translation widget. They read my website in Spanish. If I want an appointment setter, because I'm that kind of business, appointment setter, calendar. I want to blog, but I don't have time, make it easy, right? Now, what's the standout difference for us? Here's the deal. Because we're not about technology, we're about people. So when the world is spinning at dizzying rates, we don't have to get dizzy, because you now have the answer. So you just say, when your friend with the small business owner says, oh, I know I need to be online, 44% of the businesses in America aren't even on with a website right now. And let me tell you, Antoine, wherever you are brilliant. Antoine, this is a pie, because small business makes up 99% of all business. You don't need the piece of the pie like Antoine. Just stick your fork and take a bite and you are all good, because this is a huge market. And you can simply say to your small business owner, let me make it easy for you. No setup fee, no contract, no searching for developers, and then sticker shock when you hear the price of developing your website. No searching a la carte options, trying to figure out all those plugins you need and how to integrate them. No worries about integrating your social networks. It's all done for you. For the price of what you could go out and get a fast food breakfast, you can bring people into your business. So skip the calories that expand your waistline and expand your business instead, right? Yeah. Now, you may notice that we have mobile. How many of you have text capabilities on your phone? And that stat runs throughout the whole nation. Almost 98% of phones have texting ability. Wouldn't it be great if a small business owner sitting on the corner, when they notice their restaurant is getting a little empty, it's 5:30, tummies are hungry, they can push a button and send out an offer to all of their contacts, and then an hour later, they're walking in their door. Cool? Yeah, cool. And most of the time, small businesses can't do that because it's so expensive, between 4 and 20 cents per text message. Ours is included, yes? It's fantastic. This is so important because there's a new disease in this country. It's called nomophobia. And nomophobia is the fear of being outside of mobile phone contact. So mobile messaging inside this bundle is a huge benefit. It's distinctive. It sets us apart from everything out there. Social integration, why is that important? Because if you're not in the conversation, you're outside the consumer link, right? And that's where small businesses need to go. Those bars at the top show you the impact of those connections with people when they're from people they know. People buy from people they trust. Would you agree? That's why our business does so well. So how do you engage emotionally before you try to connect intellectually? Because that's what we all have to do. First, you have a web presence that speaks to who you are. And that's what you're going to provide every new small business from now going forward. An opportunity for them to reflect who they are. Before this time, they had the expertise of creating it themselves, the time it took to do those do-it-yourself kind of things that was very complicated, and the money of the designer kept them from doing it. But you've got the answer. So you would just say, no worries, I'm here, right? You have, if you want to engage emotionally before intellectually, you connect with social networks. Small business owner, I'm busy, how do I do that? Go to Facebook, go to Twitter. How can I keep it all together? We auto-publish for you. We have social sharing tools on every page. No worries, I'm here. That's what you say, yes? And then the small business owner says, oh my goodness, I've got so many needs on my site. You know, of course I need a shopping cart, and I need an event planner. I need my people to be able to see when I'm having special offers. I need to be able to text people my special offers. And you say, no worries, I'm here, right? When they say, you know, if I just had that mobile messaging thing, but I just had a consultant come in, it's going to cost me $1,000 just to get myself set up, plus message text cost every time. You say, no worries, I'm here, right? And if you are outside of the conversation and you're not building a relationship by sending content, because content is currency today, yes? If you want to retain your customers. And they say, well, you know what, it's so hard. How do I make sure I can blog and get it to all my contacts? And you say, no worries, I'm here, right? And you are always, as a small owner, to be where they're looking, and they're looking online. And the small owner says, well, I don't know, I've heard something about keyword density and inbound links, and I don't know how to do that Google Place thing. And you go, no worries, I'm here, because all of these features are bundled and inside this plan and affordable. Yes? Fantastic. And the small business owner says, gosh, I wish I knew what was going on with those things that I send out. I don't have time to measure and get all the analytics. And you say, no worries, I'm here, because in this system, all the analytics they need to measure the impact of what they're doing. Wonderful, yes? So basically, you are simply letting them tell their story in a way that the customer today wants to receive it. So I've got two big moves for you for today. The first one, and I can tell you why that big smile should be on your face right now, because you have just been handed another extraordinary tool for your toolkit. That's a track for you to run on that fills a gap in today's small business community that is exclusive to you in the direct sales industry, that is one of the biggest markets available to anyone, and it's yours today. Can you smile about that? Yes. Big move number 2, plug in today. The gears are turning on this, folks. The story has been written about small businesses and their needs. There is no one else out there offering what you're about to be able to offer. Plug in today. Can you do that? So I am wishing you major connections and a money-matic for your business, because that's exactly what you're going to experience. Are you ready to experience it? Yes. So let me tell you, it's what's in it for you. I want you to hear everything. Get out your paper. This is huge. I want you to hear what's in it for you. Please welcome back Damon Mintz.
You were right. You did it. All right. Wasn't Sharon great? Let's give her another hand if we could. All right. So let's talk about the most important part of all of this. As she mentioned, what's in it for you? How is this going to work? So let's go through some of the launch details very quickly. You'll be able to sign up customers for this. These are out retail customers on the street October 17th. Each new customer will be worth 2 points, and the commissions on this will be paid monthly. How about that? 2 more points for this. Here's how the sign up will work. You're used to this. Customer will sign up through the MyBiz site. They'll pay their $99. Once they pay, they will receive an email that will be a confirmation and disclaimer. Here's what this email will do, folks, and I know we have all the leaders in the room so we can talk about this. It will ensure that, in fact, it is a real business that is signing up for the product. This will ensure us that we have a real business so 34 Technologies can begin to develop and build their site. They'll confirm that order, the points are awarded, and then you're getting paid from that point on. A very quick, this could go literally in a 1 hour from sign up to point from that standpoint, And then there'll be a few days, obviously. As you know, in the industry, there's some hold times, some customer clearance of a few days. But this is not a product that will take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks to get your points. This can be done immediately for you. And that's what you need when you're out building your business. How will you learn about this product? There is a tremendous amount of information that has been put together. It will be in your M Center. There are training modules that are there right now. When we break this room, everything is live with this product. It's there right now. If you're going on your phones, your smart devices, it's all live right now. And you will see in M University, there are about 9 to 12 modules on this product right now that you can learn from, and there'll be more and more added. We're going to have webinars where we teach the product training and how to market the product. We will have marketing materials in your M Center that will assist you when you're talking to businesses. We have a commercial that we have made. It's off a lot of the footage you saw in the intro with some new footage. It's an actual commercial that you could play for a potential customer. They will watch it, know everything they need to know about the product, as well as have some leave behind materials. And lastly, we will train you on a proven sales system on how to sell the product. Look, this is a simple product, folks. I want you to understand, there isn't one person sitting in this room that doesn't know a business owner today that is struggling to find a way to grow or sustain their business. How many would agree? We all know those kinds of businesses, okay? I'm telling you because I've done it personally. For those of you that love this product, you could sell 10, 15, 100 sales. But what this is all about from a residual standpoint is there isn't one of us that doesn't know at least one. Not one person here can't say that they can't help one business. And we're going to train you how to do that. But we've got a special announcement, and I will tell you that it was at this point in my meetings with Mike and Andy that I fully grasped their commitment to you. As we were talking about this product, and we came up with a very special announcement. Before I give it to you, I want to remind you of one of Sharon's slides where she covered all that goes into this system. How many of you would agree, by show of hands, that small business owners that want to compete in today's world need this technology? Raise your hand if you would agree. I would agree with you as well. So let me ask you a simple question. Who are the largest group of small business owners we know? You. Some of you still think you're a Momentis rep. Now, I might get shot when I leave the stage from that comment, but you are. You're an independent representative representing Momentis. But you need to think bigger about your life. You're a business owner. You have a brand. Antoine, you kicked butt on your brand last night. I saw it. Antoine's got a brand. And it's time as business owners, you build your brand. It takes nothing away from Momentis. When it comes to your products, your opportunity, your passion, it's right here, folks, and it doesn't get any better than this company. But you are the business owner. And it's time for you to get involved in the age of technology for yourself. So we got together and we said, look, how can we help you? Get into business as a small business owner and get your business marketed the way it needs to be done. And here's what we did. We came up with the exclusive M Marketing Systems Momentis representative product. This product was built from scratch for you. Everything about it was designed for you. And here's how it works. $40 a month, not $99. It has everything the $99 product has. We didn't cut anything out. But we know that you are a small business owner, you need this. You will get 1 to 2 points for this. I'll share with you in a minute what that is. Very easy to set up, very easy to use, and it will start allowing you to build your personal brand along with your Momentis. See, you've got great tools with the Momentis M Center and the My Biz. Those are good tools to do your Momentis business. But how many of you realize that you've got to see a prospect first, and who are they looking at first? You. They don't know Momentis probably from a hole in the wall. You are the advertisement for their future enrollment here. And it's your brand, it's your message, it's your story, your success, your influence, your results that ultimately bring them here to find out where those results came from. Does that make sense, everybody? So you've got to understand that we want to help you build that. Plus, how about unlimited text blasts? How about send a text anytime you want to anyone you want through your system? You know how much, by the way, that costs? Anyone ever looked at a text message system? Hundreds a month to send out a good amount of text. How about it's in there for $40? I tell you what, when I was in the field, this would have gotten me very excited to be able to communicate. Create a personal touch with your prospects. How about just 60% discount alone? I mean, that was all for you. That was Andy and Mike saying, look, we're not going to do 99 for these folks, but we got to give them a product. What can we come up with? And we said, you know what? Let's bring it at $40. Why? Because that's all they thought about was you. See, those weren't words I spoke earlier, folks. I have seen it every step of the way. What can we do for our folks? How about 60% off? That's not a bad thing, right? Additional points and more residual. So here's how that works. Now, let me take a step back. I got a little excited there. Most importantly, and I want you to hear this clear, it's very difficult to sell what you have not bought yourself. When you're sitting with a small business owner, the greatest way to get them to buy is to say, let me show you my site. I'm a small business owner too, and I have this technology. Let me show you how it works for me. How many of you understand testimony is the greatest sales tool on the planet, yes or no? You got to have it yourself if you want to be great at selling it. I believe it about anything. Can't drive a Chevy and sell a Ford. It's just difficult. Someone eventually is going to ask you why you don't have what you're telling me I need. Right? You're a small business owner. Okay, so here's how this promotion will work. Starting right now, you can go on and sign up. There are two options when you sign up. If you sign up for a month-to-month plan, it's $40 and you'll get charged $40. It's no contract, no commitment, no setup, $40. You'll receive 1 point. If you choose a 3-month option and pay for 3 months up front, you will get 2 points. Your choice, you go either route, month to month, or pay for 3 months. Let me tell you why I suggest 3 months. If for anything, take 3 months to study your product. $120 to master a product. That's how I would look at it. Again, do what you want with it. 1 to 2 points based on the product that you choose. So in closing, folks, let's bring it all back. How many of you understand we live in a technology world, yes or no? If you don't like it, tough. It's not going back. I fought it for a long time. I'm old. No, there's no old-fashioned anymore. We are moving in an era of technology, and how many of you know it's about time we start getting paid on it? Right? I mean, look, Apple made a lot of money. Amazon made a lot of money. Why don't we get away with some of the technology money too? That's what this is for you. How about let's make a difference in the small business community? Let's reach out as small business owners to other ones and let's lift them up and let's help them make their way. Let's help them pass that small business to the next generation when today it appears as if it may be the last generation for them. Let's go out and serve the community. Let's grow the business here at Momentis. Grow your organization. And how about long-term sticky residual income? Sticky is a very important word. I got introduced to energy 12 years ago because someone told me people won't cancel their energy. How many of you know that's become pretty true? Guess what businesses don't cancel either? Their online presence. This is a sticky product. Now, you've had a chance to see a lot of benefits associated with the combination of two great organizations of Momentis and 34 Technology. But there was one other thing that came with this combination that will be just as, if not more, impactful to you long term in understanding what it takes to be a winner, to be a champion, to win in the game of life. It came with somebody who can help all of us. We are very excited for this gentleman to be a part now of what we're all doing. So please help me welcome the newest member to the Momentis family. Take a look.
ladies and gentlemen, Herschel Walker.
Hello. First of all, I always acknowledge my Lord Jesus Christ, because he said if you don't acknowledge him, he's not going to acknowledge you. And when I come over here to let me in, y'all can sit down. I'm not that good yet. I haven't made any money for you yet. You know, they show all this stuff up on film, but I'm going to tell you, you ever heard a story about the man that had these two little twin boys? One little boy is always positive in life. No matter whatever happened to that kid, he's positive about everything. But this other little kid is always negative. No matter whatever happened to that kid, he's negative about everything. And the father don't know what's going on with them because they're twins, but they're so opposite. So around Christmas time, he's tried this little experiment. He put this negative little kid in his room with nothing but brand new toys. But he put this positive little kid in his room with nothing but horse manure. And after an hour or so, he looked in on this negative little kid, and he's complaining that, you know, I don't want this, I want that. I don't like that color, I want this color. I don't want that bike, I want this bike. Father knew that this kid is never going to amount to anything, because nothing ever makes him happy. But he looks in on this kid that's in the room with the horse manure, and he's got a shovel. He's shoving this horse manure over his shoulder. He's laughing and singing and having a good time. First thing the father thinking, this kid is crazy. But he asked him, said, son, what's going on? What's going on? The little boy looked at his dad and said, you know, Dad, as much horse manure as there's in this room, there must be a pony at the bottom of it. And the reason I tell you that we all have a pony, but sometimes we can't see that pony because there's so much crap around us. But I'm here to tell you that there's a pony there, because as I look at myself up on film, I'm going to take y'all back a little ways. I grew up in a little town called Wrightsville, Georgia. I tell everyone, if you got 1 year to live, you move to Wrightsville, because that year is like forever. Nothing ever changes, same old stuff. But my mother made me feel good, because she told me I was big bone. But all my classmates said, no, Herschel, you're fat. So you're chubby. And I used to have a speech impediment. I couldn't put a sentence together. I used to beat myself to death trying to get my words out, that the kids used to make fun of me and stuff. And I even had teachers, they put me in the corner. They told me I was special. Y'all know what that meant. Well, it was funny because the last day of school, because people don't know, I never took a recess for 4 years. I never went out for recess because I used to get beat up. You know, I have this fat kid that was stuttering, this kid that can't talk, and you know, he was walking with his head down, and he was scared of everything, and the kids used to beat me up, and so I never went out for recess. So all of a sudden, in the 8th grade, the last day of school, I decided I'm gonna go out for recess and stuff. I thought it was pretty cool to do that, and I remember looking outside, and it was clear to go, and the kids were out there playing. And you know, you ever had a cat when you come home and he's going into a room and he's looking to make sure everything is clear? And that's the way I was going outside, and it was strange because as soon as I crossed over that threshold to get outside, there was a kid by the name of Anthony Logan. He jumped on me and beat me up. I'm not gonna tell you how long ago that was, and I still remember this guy's name because I Google him today sometime looking for him and stuff, and I haven't found him. I've been Facebooking him and stuff. I haven't found the dude, but it's funny. When I got outside, he beat me up. And it was strange because I was crying, and all the kids thought it was funny and stuff. And I got on the school bus. I went home, and I was crying. The kids just thought it was funny. And I got home, and I'm going to take all of you back a little ways. Gilligan Island was on. And I remember looking at Gilligan Island, and I said, enough is enough. I said, I'm not going to get beat up no more. I said, enough is enough. A teacher would never put me in the corner again. So I started working out. I started doing about 5,000 sit-ups every day. Started doing about 5,000 push-ups every day. I started to develop a few guns and stuff, and all of a sudden I started going into the library, getting books and stuff, reading over and over to myself, and my speech got a little bit better. Instead of walking my head down, I started to rise up a little bit. So now this kid goes back into the 9th grade as the worst fat kid in his school to now in a little bit of shape. I got some shape on me now. And instead of getting into that corner, I sit down in the front of the class. Now I'm raising my hand to answer questions and stuff, and all of a sudden, as I'm getting ready to graduate, going into the 12th grade, I was valedictorian of my class. Well, no. There was only 2 people in my class. There was only 2 people. I could write, the other guy couldn't write. No, I'm just joking, that was more. But I was valedictorian in my class and stuff, and all these colleges are coming down to give me like these scholarships to go play football and all this stuff, because I played this game called football. I'm gonna tell you all a secret. I didn't even like football. I only played football because, I grew up in the country where my mother used to make me wash dishes. So I felt that I played football, I wouldn't have to wash dishes anymore. But I made a mistake because my mother always said if you start something, you gotta finish it. So now I have to play football and wash dishes, so that wasn't too smart. But all these colleges was coming down giving me these scholarships, and I didn't want to go to college. I was valedictorian in my class, I had all these scholarships, and people don't know, not only did I get athletic scholarships, I got academic scholarship to go to college. Well, I cheated. No, that's not true. But it was funny because as I didn't want to go to college, my mother is this Christian woman. It was funny because my mother used to say, Herschel, if your heart and your mind is pure to the Lord Jesus, it don't matter about the decision you make, because he'll make it right for you. Well, you got to remember, I'm a teenager, so I'm a little rebellious. So I said, all right, Mom, I'll flip a coin then. Go to the military, go to college. I got to go to college. And I go, crap, because God won't let me do what I want to do now, so I'm not going to the University of Georgia because everybody in my hometown want me to go to the University of Georgia. My parents wanted me to go, but they used to say, we're not going to tell you where to go, Herschel, but your sister's at the University of Georgia. This is your decision. You're only an hour and a half away from home, and if anything happens, we can come and get you, but this is your decision. You got to make your own mind up. So I decided I'm going to flip a coin between Georgia and the place they hated the worst, which was Clemson University. So the first flip, Georgia won, and I said the best out of 5. The next 2 times, Georgia won. I said, Mom, I'd love to go to USC out in California because I felt if USC wins, they'll let me go to the Marines. First flip, Georgia won, the next flip, USC won, the next 2 times, Georgia. I said, no, Mom, I'm going to pull the names out of a bag. I'm going to pull the names out of a bag. True story, I pulled Georgia all 3 times. And I said at that time, I'm going to Georgia, and I didn't mean it. I was just joking. And I went outside to play with my younger brother. And they called up Coach Dooley and all the reporters that Herschel decided he's coming to Georgia. Everyone showed up at my home that night, and I was too embarrassed to tell them I was joking, that I signed to go to the University of Georgia, and I didn't really want to go. That night, the head coach of the University of Georgia came up to my father and myself on my front porch that night, and these are the words he said. He said, we are very happy to have Herschel on the team, but we really don't think he can play at the University of Georgia. Well, it was strange because I'm thinking, dude, I didn't want to go in the first place, and I just gave my life away to you, and now you're telling me I can't play? So all of a sudden, when he leaves, the next day I go into training again. 7,500 push-ups, 7,500 sit-ups. I remember climbing this tree, doing these chin-ups on this tree limb. I'm getting ready. So I show up at the University of Georgia, and people don't know this, but I ran a 4.25 at the University of Georgia, weighing 210 pounds. And a 4.25, you can go get it. I'm telling you, you can go get it. And this coach still not going to let me play. He told me I was a 14 tailback, and I was getting beat up every day and all this stuff. And I tell you where God is always showing his magic. Because what happened is we happened to play the University of Tennessee, and it was at Tennessee, and there was like 92,000 people there. And there was 2,000 from Georgia that they put them in the end zone so they couldn't be seen or heard and stuff. And all of a sudden, we're getting beat like 15-0. And this is where God decided he's going to stand up as my teammate. Because he stood up, and all of a sudden, this 2,000 people started saying, we want Herschel. And it got so loud, Coach Dooley decided to throw me into the game. So when he threw me in the game, we ended up winning this game like 16-15. And now I got to play. So all of a sudden, we play in the next game, and it's against Texas A&M. And we beat Texas A&M 42-0 and stuff. I scored 3 touchdowns, have 180-something yards in 3 quarters, and now I got to play. So it was so funny because he was always checking my grades. And remember, I was valedictorian, so I had good grades, so he couldn't get me in trouble about that. He always was checking my room because he wanted to make sure your room was made and your room was clean and all this stuff, where my mother used to spank me if I didn't make my bed, so I knew how to make the bed and I knew how to do all those things. So I was a doer with that, so he couldn't get me in trouble for that. So now I'm playing football, and do you know what's so funny about that? We like to win all these games. We go undefeated, man. We beat Notre Dame for the national championship game, and I get nominated for the Heisman Trophy as a freshman. Another secret, I didn't even know what the Heisman Trophy was. If you remember, I never followed football. You know, I never followed football. The only thing I knew about football, I just go out there and play. You get the ball and you run, you try to score a touchdown, you have fun, you go home, I go to work. I didn't know nothing about football. What I did is I went to read about it. So I read about the Heisman Trophy, and I went, man, that's a big-time award. So I got all excited about it because the whole University of Georgia got excited. So I wanted to win it, but they didn't even give it to me. Yeah, I know that. They gave it to George Rogers at South Carolina. Let me tell you, I was much better than George Rogers and stuff and all that stuff. But it was so funny. So we go into the next year, and all this great stuff is happening to me and stuff. And now you get out, I get nominated again. We go undefeated. People don't know, I only lost one regular season game when I was in college. My sophomore year, we go undefeated again, and all of a sudden, I get nominated again for the Heisman Trophy as a sophomore, and they didn't give it to me again. They gave it to Marcus Allen. And I'm better looking than Marcus Allen, I can tell you that right now. But it was so funny. Well, we go into the third year, and all of a sudden, we have another great year. And so we go undefeated. We're like just rolling, and I get nominated again, and now they give it to me. Well, what was so funny, now I don't know whether I deserved it or not, because we had John Elway, we had Eric Dixon, we had Dan Marino, Anthony Carter. Now I feel guilty. I don't know whether I wanted it or whether they gave it to me because they feel sorry for me. And then I just got from Eric Dixon that he tweeted that he should have won the Heisman. And I tweeted back to him that we can fight for it, and I ain't heard from him no more. But it was so funny because now they give me the Heisman Trophy, and I remember standing at the podium, and I told them, I said, guys, I feel like the Susan Lucci of the Heisman Trophy. And they ain't like that too hot, but they didn't realize I watch a lot of TV. So I was like, oh, geez, I knew about Susan Lucci, so they got mad about that. And then all of a sudden, do people know I flipped the coin to decide whether to leave Georgia to go to the USFL, which was that new league owned by Donald Trump. The people don't know I started with Donald before he was the Donald. I've known Donald for a long time. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is his hair. What he does, he put a lot of mousse in it, but he slick it over like that. So don't say that that's not his hair. That's his hair. It just look kind of strawy looking, but that's his hair. And all of a sudden, I play with Donald Trump, and all these good things are happening. And then, do y'all know I go to the Dallas Cowboys? Man, I go to the Dallas Cowboys, get to play with Tom Landry and all this stuff. So my life is just rolling, and all these good things are happening to me. But you know what's so funny about this? What's so funny about it is I have a good team with me. Everything is made up of a good team. It wasn't just Herschel doing it. It was God doing it. It was my parents doing it. It was that I have some big offensive linemen because I have all these big old guys blocking for me. So that's what it's all about. What it's about is you got to have faith. You got to have faith whenever you do anything. You know what faith is? I'm going to tell you what faith is. Now, I was watching TV one late night. You know, I don't sleep that much. I sleep about 3.5, 4 hours a night. And I was watching TV, and there was a show on called Fright. It was Fright Night, a Freak Night. It was one of those freaking nights and stuff that I was watching this TV show. And it was so funny because it was on at like 1 o'clock in the morning, so you know it's late, and nothing happened good at 1 o'clock in the morning. But I'm watching this show, and it was about this vampire that was in the attic of these kids' house. Well, this vampire was in the attic where they wouldn't go upstairs. Well, I was watching my TV. Now, this is how crazy this show was, of these kids watching their TV, a vampire killer on their TV. So like I said, you're watching a stupid movie late at night, you're hoping it's gonna get better, but it's not getting better, but you keep watching it anyway. So I'm watching this show. Well, something that happened that was very weird. They won this contest to bring this vampire killer from their TV to their home to get rid of this vampire. Now, he's an actor. I don't know if y'all know that much about vampires, but let me tell you, a vampire is a cool dude. But if you got a vampire in your house, I'm gonna tell you what you need. You better get a cross, because a cross works. I'm serious business. If you got a vampire at your house, get a cross. And some people do have vampires at their house. They need to get them out of there. But you get you the cross. And what you also need, get you some holy water, because holy water works. So this actor is bringing some holy water, and he got a cross and stuff, and he's coming in these kids' houses and stuff, and he's blessing the house. And he also have a necklace on that got garlic. And I'm not sure what that does, but get it anyway, because the vampires are some bad dudes and stuff. But I'm gonna tell you a secret. As he walking through this house, blessing this house with this holy water, and stuff. I'm gonna tell you something that was funny. He walked upstairs, and this vampire floated from the ceiling looking cool in a real bright suit and stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all a big secret. If you go home and someone floats from your ceiling, get out of that house, because something is wrong with your home and stuff, and all that. So all of a sudden, this vampire floats from the ceiling, and he took this holy water and threw it on him. And I've never seen this happen before. The vampire covered his eyes, and then he took this cross and put it on this vampire's head, and this vampire just started laughing. Said, that's not gonna work unless you have faith. Said, that don't work unless you got faith. And that's where I've believed all my life, that no matter who you with, unless you believe in them, and that's why I believe in Momentis. I believe in what you guys are doing. Because I tell you what, this is a team, and I can tell you right now, I love teams, because we can get anything done when we work it together. And I tell you, I love to work, because I've been through a lot of things in my life, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I'm beating up a lot of 20-year-olds, because I've been doing this MMA fighting. I even have guys that saying, Herschel, I don't even remember when you played, because I wasn't even born yet, and I still beat them up. But I'm going to tell you right now, when you get on a team with me, we can make it. I'm telling you, we can make it, because you ever seen Rocky? They have about 15 of these Rocky shows running around now today and stuff, but that was this one Rocky movie. There's one Rocky movie, it was like Rocky 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, one of them, but that was this Rocky that taught this kid from Texas to box. And Rocky taught him to box and stuff, and what was so strange about it, this kid decided to leave Rocky and go to this guy that looked like Don King. Y'all remember that one? And this guy that looked like Don King made him the champion of the world and stuff. And all of a sudden, the fans booed him and stuff, and they told him, you're not a Rocky Balboa, you're not a Rocky Balboa. So this kid worked it up in himself that he wanted to go beat up Rocky now. So he met up with Rocky in this bar. And Rocky is drinking with his big mouth brother-in-law. You remember that one that gamble and drinks all the time? He's just drinking with his brother-in-law and stuff. And Rocky told the kid to go away. And it was so strange because the big mouth brother-in-law stepped in front of him. You remember this kid swung on him and hit him to the jaw and knocked him down? And when he knocked him down, Rocky go, let's take it outside. And I go, uh-oh, dude, this is a Rocky movie. You're going to get beat up. But what was so strange, they went outside and they started fighting. You remember in this scene, they started fighting. And this kid is beating Rocky up. And this kid is beating Rocky up. He's beating Rocky Balboa. That's a bad dude. He's beating him up. And he knocks Rocky into this trash. Well, when he knocks Rocky into this trash, Rocky's laying there feeling down on himself, you know, just thinking that he don't have it no more. And this kid and Don King are walking away, patting each other on the back and stuff. And it was so strange because you remember Mick? Mick was Rocky's trainer that died in 3 of the Rockies ago with Mr. T. You remember that one? So Mick had died in the movie and with Mr. T, but Mick came to him in this vision. And Mick said, get up, you bum. Said, get up, it ain't over, just one more round. One more round. And the music started, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. And I go, uh-oh, something about to happen now. So Rocky get up and said, one more round. And Rocky go handle business. And remember, when it first started, I said, it don't matter how much crap you go through, grab a big shovel. It don't matter how much trash you get knocked down in. Remember, that's the guy that died for you saying, get up, one more round. Because I said, we're blessed. We're blessed. As long as you can believe in each other, as long as you can get up every morning and say, what a day the Lord has made, let us rejoice in it. Hey, thank you, guys. I'm glad to be a part of it. Thank you. God loves you. Thank you.
The idea is we want you guys using this. We want you out talking about it. We're going to do everything we can to motivate you. And we obviously want you to know that Herschel is not just somebody we brought up on stage. He's a partner of Momentis. We're truly honored to have him here. So we're going to have dinner with somebody. We're going to get to hang out with you guys. So please, if you can go outside, and as you go out to see your success people, so you can have Rita and Dennis and Connie, they're going to sign some stuff. Herschel himself is going to be out there taking pictures and signing. I hope you knew that too. I don't want you to hit me while I'm standing here. And if you guys will go out during your lunch break, go get your stuff, but you can also sign up today at the booth for M Marketing Systems so you can get entered in for that drawing. Thank you, Herschel, for everything, buddy. This is the beginning of something beautiful. One of the most successful business people in all of the United States of America.
Yeah, I use it, so I use my own stuff.
Right on, buddy. Thank you so much, man. God bless you. Thank you so much. So guys, Herschel Walker, y'all let him know we love him.